For a local town's ambulance, the new year means going out of service. However, KIMT News 3's Annalise Johnson is learning this does not mean its citizens will be without emergency care. Annalise, what is happening to Plainview Emergency Medical Services?
Amy, Plainview struggles with its ambulance service date back roughly a decade when they asked Gold Cross Ambulance Service for help. Gold Cross began directing the city's emergency management service, but just this morning, the Plainview ambulance drove out of town for good, and it's being permanently replaced by Gold Cross Ambulance Service.
Over the years, it's been increasingly difficult to get volunteers to volunteer on these rural ambulance services. And that's not just unique to Plainview, that's a nationwide problem.
That's one of the biggest challenges that led Plainview Emergency Medical Services to hand their reins over to Gold Cross. Angie Jarrett has been the assistant supervisor of Gold Cross for the last 4 years, and she says recruiting new EMS staff is a struggle.
The education requirements are very high, and it's not an easy course to take, nor is it an easy exam to pass. And then there's the level of commitment that it takes.
Plainview City Administrator tells me that the city's options were to bring in Gold Cross or have surrounding towns EMS cover Plainview and deal with longer response times. The decision was also financially driven. Last year, $500,000 went to the Plainview ambulance service. Gold Cross isn't funded by city tax dollars, so taxpayers will no longer have to pay. However, that doesn't mean taxes will drop. That money will be redirected to other projects.
We've transitioned out the ambulances. We're changing the signage on the front of the building as well.
What else will be different about Gold Cross's coverage of the city? Now in Plainview, if you call 911, a dispatcher will talk you through CPR until help arrives. This feature was not available before with Plainview Emergency Medical Services. Additionally, Plainview Ambulance had only EMTs on staff, but now with Gold Cross, there will also be paramedics who have additional training.
The difference between the basic life support and advanced life support is the ability to do certain interventions. One of those interventions could mean pain management. So having an advanced provider, a paramedic on scene, that paramedic is able to administer IV pain meds on scene immediately.
Response times will not be affected as Gold Cross is moving into the existing ambulance station. Live in the Rochester studio, Annalise Johnson, KIMT News 3.
Thanks, Annalise. This change does not mean that Plainview Ambulance Service employees are losing their jobs. We'll explain what's happening to those workers on KIMT News 3 at 6.